come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Kill. Hey, switch gears.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Nice 7.
From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Man, I got you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
You can't block me.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray flushed out right. And incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Last stop. It's first. 58. Hey, shoot. 58. Hand me. Check nickel. Shit. SOS.
From the 30 on second down, Carr eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Carr, and Gresham has it left side. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch the car. 29.
Carr now to throw. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal, but all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get ready.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Carr finds Williams. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
To throw, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. First down, Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr gives to Richard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Carr completes it.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Mike, what down? 185. We got to get to the ball, Let's keep moving.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right there. 694.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Move down. 24. Check 24. Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch your
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go with Jacobs. There he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. To throw his car toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray flushed out right. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Murray. He's got the hook up to Lee. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Eluding the pressure. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spent all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on third down. Carr. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
7:34.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
Switch.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Flush to his right. And Davis with it left side. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to make it fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Big ass.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down.
Right there in the middle, 55.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon Marshall there on the
Trip.
tackle.
Check 3,
It's a
check
pickup
3.
of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
On second and 7, Murray. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? To throw is Murray, being chased out left. He's got his tight end, Burton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down is Murray, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. Flushed out right. That's complete, right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Bears on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing again, Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Oakland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S.